Hello tankers! Welcome to the last vlog for this summer. In today's episode we'll teach you some parkour tricks and we'll share some fresh news on the Vulcan turret and the new Tanki. Let's go! Let's start with this week's news. Our programmers have just rolled out another update in the game. From now on, the 3 standard team battle lengths have a score cap. This is kills for TDM, flags for CTF and points for CP. Our game designer Semyon Strizhak will tell us more about the reasons behind this feature.
Score caps for standard length battles were added to the game for one simple reason, so that battles with a clear winner or unbalanced teams can end sooner. When a team is leading by a big stretch, we don't want them to have to wait till the end of the battle, especially when the enemy team is often half empty and it's not fun to play anymore for either side. From now on, the battle will end either when the timer reaches 0 or when the score cap is reached, depending on which event happens first. This way, by quickly capturing the required number of flags or reaching the needed kill count, the leading team can move on to the next round. The community's feedback helped us understand that the original score limits were set too low, and we have already increased them for CTF, CP and TDM mods. As for DMs, the score limits were totally removed. We will continue to monitor the situation and will keep the players informed.
Now something unexpected. Soon we'll be updating the looks of Vulcan. Why? What will it look like? Time to answer those questions right now.
The Vulcan turret was added to Tanki last February. With its insane firing rate, stability and distinctive looks, it quickly became a favorite for many tankers. Following a number of meetings with the art department, we've decided that the turret can look even cooler, and we've started working on it. Vulcan's new textures will be more detailed. They will also reflect more accurately the way the turret works. Finally, the updated machine gun will perfectly match the visual concept of the other equipment in Tanki. The great news is that the new textures are ready, and we can expect to see them in the game very soon.
As promised last Friday, this week marks the beginning of a series of videos featuring the development of the new Tanki. So let's check out the very first one in the series. Enjoy! Slowly but steadily, the new Tanki is getting closer to being launched. Currently, the majority of our programmers and artists are busy working on one big task, preparing the game for the closed beta testing.
The main point of the closed beta test, or simply CBT, is to get a limited number of players to test the essence of the new Tanki, its core gameplay. So at this stage, the game will not include features we are used to, such as the ability to buy items or earn crystals. For now, we'll just be testing the backbone of the final game.
Preparations for the closed beta launch are in full swing. At this point, we've finished almost all of the visual effects and completed models and animations for the majority of turrets and hulls. 3 libraries of props are ready as well, and they are already being used for assembling maps.
By the way, Tanki's closed beta will include 4 legendary maps. They are Rio, Silence, Kanga and of course Sandbox. Obviously, the list will be growing with time.
Sounds impressive, but there's a lot left to do. Currently, our devs are busy working on interface elements, physical model and sound effects, as well as a number of technological solutions. And of course, all this will be followed by the process of optimization. The game should be running smoothly on Intel Core i3 with 4 GB of RAM and integrated graphics. With such hardware, we are aiming at a stable 40 frames per second in a 10 vs 10 battle.
The number of people participating in the closed beta test will be constantly growing. We'll start with TOS employees, who will later be joined by testers from the community.
Early access to the servers will also be given to active members of the communities, Tanki YouTubers, bloggers and so on. Of course, we'll be collecting applications from everyone willing to take part in the test. We'll give you more info in one of the upcoming episodes on how this will work.
Also, closer to launch, we'll start several contests. The prizes will be whole sets of invite codes for the CBT. So, the winner won't just take part in the test himself, he will also be able to take several friends with him.
The closed beta test should start later this year and will most likely be carried out over a period of several months. Once over, the open beta will start, and it will be open to absolutely everyone. The next step will be the full-scale launch of the new game for PCs and Macs. Mobile devices on iOS and Android will follow. But that's a story for another day. Next Friday, we'll share with you another bit of juicy info on the new Tanki, and we'll answer your most burning questions about the upcoming game. This will be followed by more stories about graphics, effects, sounds, and many other things. Do not miss it. Guys, the Masters of Parkour contest has started. Time to get yourself some teammates. Buy a special paint in the garage and shoot some crazy parkour clips. Entries are accepted till the 23rd of September, so take it slow and steady and create something spectacular. The prizes are 200,000 crystals per team and special paints with 30% protection against railguns and mines. All the details regarding the contest can be found on the TO's homepage. And to make sure you guys know how to make a proper contest video, we've decided that today's pro advice will be about parkour. The microphone goes to a well-known Tanki tester and parkour expert, Wadja. Hey everyone, this is Wadja. Today is all about parkour and you're about to learn some basic but awesome tricks. Let's go! Let's start with equipment. The best turrets for parkour are hammer and railgun. This is thanks to their impact force, which can be further improved by micro-upgrading. As for hulls, the best parkour tanks are Wasp, Hornet, Dictator and Viking, ideally with upgraded speed and armor. There are two main roles in parkour. Let's call them jumper and assistant. The best hull for jumpers is the fast and lightweight Wasp. The assistant's hull of choice is Dictator. It's high and long, and its unusual shape serves as a perfect ramp. Parkour can be split into three types: individual, pair and team parkour. Let's start with some cool solo tricks. The first one is very simple, even if not very obvious. The idea is to use the ramps on maps like Sandbox as a kind of springboard. Just make sure you approach it from the correct side. The trick requires a lot of practice, but can be used to jump onto the houses in Conga, Barda and other arenas. The second technique involves using mines for long jumps. Of course, you'll need someone to plant the mines for you. To make this more effective, mines need to be placed on inclines. Combining these two tricks will let you conquer some pretty tall structures with virtually no assistance at all. Now, about a thing that many believe to be parkour. I'm talking about side shots with railgun or hammer when driving off the high ground. Let's just say it will not get you any recognition, it's just too simple. Next, parkour in pairs. Let's start with an essential technique, a pair jump. For this, you need a jumper on a Wasp or a Hornet and an assistant on a Dictator with railgun or hammer. The jumper plants two mines on an incline and then gets on top of the assistant. Dictator drives onto the mine and shoots into the jumper during the explosion. When successful, this will result in a long jump. Combining this technique with solo parkour tricks will let you conquer practically any height in the game. There's also a way to achieve the same jump length without an incline. To do it, the jumper should be driving into the assistant and explode on a mine near him. At the exact moment of the explosion, the assistant should drive forward and shoot. This should work nicely with some practice. And finally, parkour in groups, which is the most spectacular. For example, if you don't have a ramp, you can build it with tanks. Also, remember a simple formula. The more tanks firing at the jumper, the further it travels. In most cases, this decreases the number of steps in a trick compared to pair parkour. And of course, the main point in team parkour is timing. You can invent a mind-blowing trick, work it all out, but a single shot delayed by half a second might result in a total fail. So train with your friends and work as a team. That's it, this was Wadja. Do parkour and have fun. Video of the week. Here's the best clip sent to us since last Friday. By the way, as an experiment, we've decided to make a video of the week theme. It's quite simple actually. Each week we'll be giving you a random topic. Your task is to shoot a video that fits this weekly theme and send it to us via a special form. As always, the author of the best entry gets 40,000 crystals. The topic for this week is epic railgun shot. Good luck! And that's it for this episode, Tankers. Follow us on social media, shoot parkour videos and hit the like button if you enjoyed this vlog. See you next Friday.